Hey, it's SJ with Looking for a Sign. You guys know you're my ears and eyes. So I know the setup looks a little bit different. That is because I'm in my living room today instead of in my office. It's kind of hot down there, and I live in a southern state, but in the southern part of that state. So yeah, we don't play when it comes to heat. All right. But the other thing is, what we're doing today is looking for a vibe. Looking for a vibe is where we just do a daily check-in of the vibe, right? So what is the vibe today? What is the vibe with money? What is the vibe when it comes to career, love, just whatever spirit wants you to know, like what is the vibe for the day, okay? This is going to be an exclusive just for my Patreon account, okay? So this is going to be something that I do a daily upload for my Patreon account, all right? But what I'm doing is I'm leaving it public for about a week so that it's kind of like you can kind of get a taste for it, see kind of like what it's like before you go ahead and make that commitment, right? And my Patreon info is in the description box. So is my website, and so is my website is the only way that you can purchase a reading with me, all right? So I think that's everything I wanted to say. I want to go ahead and jump right into it. So Spirit, what is the collective energy for today? What vibe are we looking for? What is the vibe today? What is the vibe today? What is the vibe today for my collectives, for my subscribers, for my collective, for anybody watching this? If anybody felt guided to view this reading, then you're here for a reason. So Spirit, what messages do you have for them? Whoa, okay. I like it. All right, I don't know. And my nose gets red. So, fun fact about me, sometimes, not all the time, but when I'm channeling energy, or just like when I tap into energy, or like when I'm channeling, my face will get red just because the energy is so intense, or like my nose. But it's just really weird to like have it happen in like live time and see it happen myself. Like, I don't know, it's weird. All right, so we have vanity, abundance, perfection, expansion, release, and gratitude. All right. So we have, I'm trying to get it to where there's no glare. I'm sorry about that. So we have vanity and we have expansion. All right. So with that, I'm totally getting this energy that for somebody in this collective, the vibe for today is you kind of need to get out of your own way. I'm picking, okay, so I just saw a road and it's split into 3 different sections. So I'm assuming there's 3 different collectives that this applies for. So I'm seeing vanity and expansion. So for the first collective that I'm talking to, Spirit wants you to get out of your own way. Okay, so in this vanity card, there's a man and he's like holding his little staff. Oh, I wish that wasn't so bright. Okay. He's holding his little staff. And do you see how the people are like listening to what he has to say? And he's like up on stage and he's like doing his thing. Spirit is making me feel like you have great ideas. You have talent, like these hidden talents, these secret creative ideas that you have not shared with anybody, or that you have not really put into the work yet. And they've been giving you signs to expand on that. Do you see there how it's like a divine council and they're like talking and excuse me, it looks like they're talking and they're discussing something. Like there's an expansion that is going to happen once you go ahead and put these I'm getting so much information. Once you go ahead and put these talents and things and put them on paper, actually that one thing that you have been you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know, I'm going to start my own business, I'm going to start this YouTube channel, you know, I'm going to write this book. Once you actually do that, the expansion that you keep seeing, I'm seeing there are people who are getting dreams about these expansions, or the result of, like, in a year from now, if you start doing the work a year from now, how things will unfold and look and stuff in your world. The universe is basically saying, like, once you get out of your own way, these expansions and things can happen, right? Okay, so there is a second group that I'm seeing here, and you're in your way. You're in your way in the same way that this man is like, oh gosh, I've got to figure out a way to, okay. You see how, again, like, he's on stage and he's going and he's doing all that. For this second group of collective, you don't know when to leave well enough alone, and you don't know when to sit down and have a seat somewhere. And it's going to affect your expansion. Do you also see how that lady has a baby? I feel like somebody is going to get exposed. There's someone on a platform that's going to be exposed for getting someone pregnant. But do you see how, like, she's not a divine counter, like, in the divine council? But she's there, like, she knows what's going on, and she's there, like, you know, the lady in red, she's there like, yeah, you know, like, I know about this, I should be here. But she's in red and everybody else really isn't. And even the lady in pink has this, like, light, airy, you know what I mean? Like, this, she's lighter colored, because she has, like, pink and her hair is lighter. And the girl in the red, her hair is just a lot darker. She stands out a lot more. Somebody tricked somebody. Somebody is making somebody believe that they are a divine, I'm just going to say divine feminine because there's a woman here, but there is somebody who is pretending to be a divine feminine. She is pretending that she belongs in the spiritual world. She is pretending, like, you know, she gets downloads too. She's awakened and she gets these spiritual channeling and things too. And she gets all of this. She does not. She does not. She does not. And I feel like, from what Spirit is showing me, this is a divine person, but their ego is way too big. They kind of have, like, this God complex where they feel like, you know, they're better than everybody else. That is because, you know, you attract what you are. That is what attracted these two people to each other. They're not authentic in totally who they are. And they're just really big at wearing a mask and really good at manipulating people. But I feel like, I'm just gonna say a man, even though I'm gonna say a man because it is a man on this picture. Come on, we just did this. Because it is a man on this picture, I can't make it do it again. Sorry, guys. Because it's a man on that picture, I'm just going to say a divine masculine. But remember, this is all energy and it could be a divine feminine. But there is a divine masculine from what it looks like on a platform, or that, I mean, this could be a boss, this could be a supervisor, this could be a manager, this could be a contractor, this is just someone in power. But this is a divine being, but it feels like they have, like, a God complex. It feels like they don't live in their authentic self. It feels like they put on a facade for a lot of, and I'm just going with male because there's a male here. A lot of the people that they date, because it inflates their ego to be seen in this godly way. Like, you see how people's listening to them. They're listening to them and they're like, ooh and ah, and oh, look at you. You know, you're talking about this, that, and the third. That's what attracted these two to one another. They resonated with this sense of lack of authenticity. Neither one of them are authentic in their true authentic selves. They're both kind of fake, both kind of using each other for one thing or another. And she's the same. She may, and I say she because, you know, it's a woman here, but this could be a male as well, okay? Or this could be a same-sex situation, whatever. Place yourself where it fits in. But it legitimately feels like this particular person is used to faking the funk. And both of them have been warned that you need to do the shadow work and walk in your authentic selves, and neither one of them have done it. So they are each other's karma. Do you see, come on, Spirit, help me out. This is awful. Okay, so do you see, there we go. Do you see how the girl in red is like holding her stomach? There's the world in there. There's creation in there. Somebody is faking a pregnancy, or somebody will be faking a pregnancy later on, I'm hearing. I'm also hearing another scenario where somebody's going to embarrass somebody. Somebody's going to do something and get exposed, and it feels like this masculine, once, and I just say masculine because it's a male in the picture, but once this baby's born and a test is done, he's not even the dad. So it's awful because it's like the reputation has gone down the tubes, and you know, just people's perception of these two individuals went from being such a divine, hand chosen situation to like they're fake and phony, and she is with multiple people because she didn't even know who the father was, and then you know he you know was messing with multiple people, and you know wasn't even sure when he was with her, so he couldn't even add up the week. Like, it just feels like a big mess that gets exposed, and at the end, like, that's the karma. Like, that wasn't even the kid. I'm also hearing that somebody is going to opt to get rid of the baby because they're not sure who the father is and don't want to put themselves in that situation. This is awful, but I'm just the channeler. But it also feels like somebody gets rid of the baby out of anger for the other one because they find out that the divine masculine's been messing around with a whole lot of other people, and it's like her way of trying to get back at him, so she gets rid of the baby. Yeah, so that's heavy. Okay. So those are the 3 situations that I saw for that card. That's a lot. Whoa. Listen, and here's what's crazy. I'm also hearing that they may work together or work around each other, which almost makes it worse. Because like if you're coming together as a divine situation, because Spirit just said, parading around as a divine situation when it's not a divine situation. There's no way that you can pretend to be a divine person in that way and do that with a person that's a counterpart when that person knows that they're not a counterpart, and just not expect for the universe to like not make an example out of you. It's just not how that works. Okay, so for the next one, oh, and by the way, I'm also hearing that the energy that I'm picking out, so even though this is looking for a vibe for today is what? Today is January, sorry. Today is July 27th, maybe, or July 26th. I'm not really sure, super sorry, but it's Monday. It's Monday. So it's July 26th or July 27th. I'm not really sure. I may just go with the 26th because I don't know, intuitively, I'm feeling like that's more of what it is. But July 26th, it's a Monday. Okay. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Spirit just said that this energy can still resonate for 24 to 48 hours. Okay. So it's what it is. All right. So abundance. Okay, so here's the thing. I see jobs, opportunity. I see promotions. I see unexpected promotions. I see somebody getting pinned. This is for my military people. I see somebody getting pinned sooner than expected. So you may be getting pinned your military stripes sooner than you expected. I see somebody, somebody didn't think that they made the list or made a cutoff list, or that they had enough points or something for a promotion, but they're going to find out either today or early tomorrow that they did make it. So there's unexpected abundance. Okay. But do you also see how there's a man who's freaked out because one piece of coin went down in there? And instead of trying to find a solution, he's crying about it. But the girl is like, yo, one coin is still one coin. And, you know, I'm going to figure out a way to get it out of there. I also see some of you guys, something fell through or something didn't work out. I'm seeing that there's this strong intuitive feeling that you have, that you're not supposed to give up on this opportunity coming to fruition. And you're absolutely correct. Release was right behind that. there is another collective that's coming through here. So for this job, for this opportunity, I'm also seeing there's a supervisor position. This looks like at a bank or more like that type of corporate business America, because I see suits and ties and desk, like, loan officer desk, or that type of situation. Okay. What I'm seeing is that it's like somebody applied, or somebody was hoping for a supervisor position or a team leader position, and they didn't get it. Do not panic. Like, I'm literally hearing it's because the higher ups know that, like, for example, if you applied for a team leader position, the higher ups know that there's a supervisor that's going to be leaving soon, and you actually qualify more for that position. And so they're waiting. They're giving the position to someone else, and then they're waiting until everything to let you know that they're giving you that position. So hold fast. I feel like for whoever that's for, it's going to resonate. The other thing I'm seeing, Spirit was showing me, they showed me a family sitting on that chest right there. It was like really quick. They showed me like a family. And so somebody released their family or let go of their family. This does not have to be like a family. This could be people who are like family, but they're not sure if they did the right thing. They're kind of second guessing it. They're kind of feeling a way about it now. There is a feeling of shadow work that's being avoided that needs to be done. They're having a hard time releasing this family dynamic, or it could be a job that you're getting ready to retire, but you're not ready to, like, it's like you're retiring because their job is making you, like, the job is only, like, I don't know, like, we just do 20 years and then, you retire. But low key, like, they love their job, or they love their family, and they don't want to do that. In both scenarios that I'm being shown, somebody got to see their replacement and it's really bothering them. Like, I guess the replacement, or they've started to look for someone to replace you, or someone's going to move up into your spot when you retire, and it's just not sitting right with you. It's like everybody's so open to this new person, and I'm just not feeling right about it. Spirit is asking you to release that. You've got to release that. You cannot hold on to that energy. I'm seeing here that there is somebody who is having regrets about releasing a family, but it feels more like it's not that they're having problems releasing a family or a family dynamic. They're having a hard time releasing guilt, number one, because they have convinced themselves, or have been talking about it to other people, that somebody in this dynamic is trying to use them for money, or is trying to steal money from them, or they're only with me for the money, or whatever. And they see that this person, or the people in this dynamic, that's not it at all. They're doing just fine without the person, or they're moving on with their life. It's like this person, because they show me somebody standing outside of a window and feeling some type of way, like, oh, so y'all just gonna, take care of everything, like y'all don't need me. Well, you left. Like it says release. Like, you literally released your family. You literally went somewhere else. What did you expect everybody to do? To just be there and cry? That's not how it is. But I also feel like there's guilt. This person said or did something that they shouldn't have said, or that they shouldn't have done. They made an assumption, and then Spirit did something where they either were spying and saw something, or asked about something, and then somebody was like, oh, it's right here. I didn't take it. Whatever it was like this person had already made comments to somebody or to multiple people. And now that they see that, oh, wow, that's not what that is, they're not going to fix it with the rest of the people. But the universe is making them feel guilty about it, because there's this feeling of, we've talked to you about talking about this person. This person doesn't talk about you. This person doesn't bother you. that we've talked about this. Like, there's just a feeling of somebody not learning from their mistakes, somebody not learning what they're supposed to learn. So we also have, God, this is clear. We also have perfection here. And gratitude. I like it. I like it. I like it. Spirit is showing me that with release being in the middle, it really feels like somebody is releasing being too self-critical with themselves. Somebody feels like they have to be perfect, or somebody holds themselves to a very high standard. And whatever they've gone through the past couple of days have made them realize that they just need to release that and just be grateful for who they are. I'm actually seeing a car accident. The car looks red. I see a yellow car and a white car, green car, blue car. I'm actually seeing a car accident. I don't see that there are major injuries, but whoever this is for, you were completely protected. I feel like you know that. They actually make me feel like you could feel arms or wings surround you, like as the car flipped, or as like, cause I see a car hit and then I see something slide, and then something else went off to the side and kind of rolled off into this field. It like flipped twice and landed on the wheels in this field. But whatever it was, it gave you a wake-up call that I should just be, or so if this didn't happen to you, this happened to someone you love, or this happened to a close friend of yours, someone that you're close to where you were like, you know what, I'm probably too hard on that person, or, you know, life is short. Like, it's okay to be, you know, critical and everything, but like, I don't need to be overly critical. Somebody has just a new gratitude and thankfulness for life. Like, they just don't feel like even if it's like your parents, it's like, you know, fuck that. Like, nobody's perfect. They did the best they could. It could be a sibling. Like, fuck that. You know, if a sibling raised you, like, they did the best they could. It's like somebody really, or for this collective, it's such a beautiful energy. They're in the process of releasing grudges and releasing things. They had some type of wake-up call that really made them feel like, you know what, nobody is perfect. We all do the best we can with the options that we're given, and those were the options that they were given. They did the best they could. Everybody is different. Everybody heals at their own pace. You know, I'm just grateful, you know, for the time we had, or I'm just grateful that, you know, I am still alive and that nothing happened to me, and that everything is okay. There's such a sense of gratitude, such a sense of gratitude, a different perspective, an eye-opening, like where they view life differently. That's beautiful. All right, Spirit, let me see if I can get anything else for you guys. So let's see. We're looking for a vibe here. What is the vibe, right? The universe said, don't look for a vibe. I am the vibe. That's what the universe said, right? So, all right, universe, show up, show out. What is the vibe? What is the vibe with my collective? Because we looking for it. We looking for it. What is it? What is it? I'm still in that gratitude energy. That's so beautiful. All right. All right, so messages for my collective. What's the vibe for today? Oh, I like it. Somebody is overworking to avoid their emotions and their feelings. Somebody feels beyond sad. I don't know how else to explain it. It feels like despair. It feels like they're losing everything. It feels like everything that they love, even the things that they don't broadcast that they love, or the things that they are in denial about that they love, it feels like like they feel like they're just losing, like they're losing everyone that, oh, that's this. How do you go from gratitude energy to this energy? I just heard, but I'm losing everyone I love. There's no one to love me. But the feeling, I don't want to cry, but just this energy. First of all, it's a childhood wound. I can tell you that right now, because I heard an adult voice and then it immediately went to like a child voice, which when I hear that, I know that it's a childhood wound in an adult who's avoiding that. That's the issue. Somebody feels very abandoned. Abandonment is a big, abandonment and neglect is a big, despair, just like a hole is in their soul. This is not current life for whichever collective I'm picking up. This is leftover despair emotion that you did not clear in your past life, in a past life. Not to be dark or anything, but there's somebody in this collective that is not suicidal, but in a past life, I'm showing that there was somebody who took their life because they didn't know how to deal with the pain that they were dealing with. So in this life, there's a deep feeling of not wanting to commit suicide, but a desperate, I need to do something to deal with this hurt and this pain. It feels like it bothers them the most at night. Like at night is when it hurts the worst. At night is when they're the saddest. I'm seeing someone like crying in the dark because they have not had the opportunity to cry all day. They purposely make sure they're around people because they don't want to be alone. They purposely, and I feel like the people that they're around, there's a lot of fighting and bickering, and it's just a lot of aggravation. And they just like go in the bathroom and cry because it's like, I have to get out that situation, but I don't want to be by myself because if I'm by myself, you know. So somebody is overworking to deal with their emotions. I do want to know. Okay, so I am picking up that they are going to figure out a better way to deal with that. Because Spirit is guiding them. Spirit is guiding them. Spirit isn't just going to let them hang out in that energy, because it does feel like they're divinely connected, but they block out a lot of divine connection stuff because they don't want to go through this spiritual awakening. They do have a tower moment, shadow work that needs to be done, and for this collective, a lot of healing that needs to take place. But in order to do that healing, you have to feel those emotions and process them, and it's just so painful right now. Like, I see somebody who, like, it's not even somebody, like, they're showing me like it's a whole collective. They just want to be held. Like, they just want to be held. They just want to lay their head on someone's chest. They just want to put their head in someone's lap and just not talk. It's just like, I just want to be, I just don't want to feel abandoned. I just don't want to feel neglected. So also, Spirit is saying, we also got this other card, needing a holistic approach. Yeah, this came out right after the hardworking card. So Spirit is asking you to channel that in a different way where you can work out. I'm seeing somebody boxing, and that really gets out the aggression, because somebody tries to release their emotions with like angry sex. No judgment, do you, bro or girl, whichever this applies to. But they're getting to a point where it doesn't work, because that toxic type of energy, because this doesn't feel like they're doing it in a healing way. They're doing it in a toxic way. It's getting to the point now where it's like they need some root chakra work and some sacral chakra work. They have to express these emotions in a healthier way, because this ain't it. Okay, we also have adoption. Somebody's gonna adopt okay, so I see a white cat. Okay, but what I'm hearing is that other members of the family want a cat, but somebody wants a dog. Spirit is saying you'll know the pet when you see it because it's being divinely guided and sent to you. I do see a dog though. So whichever your family members are like rooting for a cat, I don't see a cat. I don't see a cat. You're gonna get a dog. Change eating habits. Ooh. Change eating habits. For the collective I'm picking up, you are fighting a spiritual awakening so badly. And when I say fighting it, you may be, I'm seeing pain near the temples. I feel like congestion, but I feel like somebody lives in a humid climate. So it's like, what the hell? It's like congestion, brain fog, a lot of can't remember things. Or before, if you used to be able to channel, it's harder now. Or if you used to get certain dreams, it's harder now. If you, for this collective, if you used to be able to connect with certain people, it's harder now. For some of you guys, I'm hearing it's a punishment because of how you treated someone. The universe, their ancestors, and the collective's ancestors are blocking the energetic plug-in because somebody in this collective, or this particular group collective I'm talking about, Spirit is showing me they didn't treat that person like they were supposed to. They did some really dark, devilish, awful things. And they thought they got away with it, but they did not, because it feels like the universe has been showing the collective's person dreams or signs, and even certain things have been uncovered. So that person knows, and that person is just like, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, that's really dark. That's really, like, who does that to someone they claim to love, or who does that to someone that, this is crazy. It's a lot of stuff, and the universe is kind of like, you're not allowed to tap into this energy until you get your crap together, because that's like, we tried to talk to you, we tried to warn you, we tried to guide you through this, and you literally like got people onto this bandwagon. That's crazy. So yeah, so they're fighting a spiritual awakening. Before I go into that one, what's happening with this spiritual awakening, Spirit? What's going on with this spiritual awakening? By the way, the base of my spine is tingling. That's Kundalini energy. The collectives that I'm talking to, you are definitely divine or connected to the divine, and you are definitely fighting it. It feels like icy hot at the base of my spine right now. But it feels like a ball of energy, and it keeps trying to force its way up, but it's being blocked. But it feels like the resistance is coming from within. So I can only take that as Spirit showing me that for the collective I'm reading for and tapping into right now, you guys are the ones who are resisting this change. You don't want to change. You're scared. It's like, I like how I do things. How I do things may be toxic and it may be manipulative, but it helps keep me in control. I don't know what healthy looks like. And right now is not the time that I want to find out, because I just feel like everything around me is changing so fast and so quickly. I want to stick to something I can control, something that I know, something that's familiar. And in order to do that, I have to manipulate people to get them to act the way I want, to get them to do what I want, to be able to predict their next move. Because I know when I manipulate, people a certain way, I know what to expect from that behavior, or I know, what I can expect from their next move. So there's this toxic energy that is like holding on. What's going to end up, what's the outcome? Ooh, Lord. Okay. So stress. Okay, go get in my bed. Sorry, it's my 5-year-old. So, I don't know. Something woke him up, and I guess he's not having it because he's like, oh, I'm sleeping in your bed. He's so funny. But it is like, so it's not thundering outside, but it is lightning, and he does not do lightning. He's just like in his mind, he's like, that's just a warning sign that it's about to thunder and all that, and he don't like that. So since like he came downstairs just like a few seconds before I saw out this window over here that it had flashed lightning a few times, so I'm not surprised. But anyway, back to y'all. So what is the outcome for this collective that is fighting this spiritual awakening and in deep despair? What is the outcome? Okay. I mean, okay. Like, that's not bad. Okay. All right. So we have protection, needing a cleanse. Oh, I'm getting so many downloads. Needing a cleanse, cleansing, spiritual bath, jealousy, protection, rituals, evil eye. Let me just tell you this. As I was reading this card, I literally just heard STDs and spiritually transferred energy. That's not good. This is ridiculous, but there is a person who wants to be a divine feminine or a divine masculine, but they're not. And they are trying, they're not trying. I'm not a spell person. I don't have any problem if that's what you do. I only have a problem with it if you do it to manipulate other people. Like, I know people who do like money spells or, you know, things like that. But if you're the kind of person who does spells on other people to like get them to stay away from your man or whatever, like you're doing too much. Like the fact you even need a spell to keep him from her or just whatever already is like, you're extremely codependent. You should probably take my class, which you can find on my website along with my other classes. No, but like seriously, that is severely codependent and you have severe abandonment issues and not passing judgment, but you got to work on that because in real life, if you have to do all that to keep somebody with you, they're not meant to be yours. See how that works? What is meant for you and what is aligned to you will flow to you, right? So if you have to do spell work to keep somebody or do spell work to try to come in between something, it's already not for you. It's already not for you. Like even in the cases, like I did a session earlier today with a client where their person had been talking negatively about them to their friends. So when they brought up missing their person, their friend, or, you know, my client told me that their person told them, you know, all my friends and family say I should leave you alone. And like, you know, it's toxic and, you know, you're in the wrong and, you know, you're being hard, this, that, and the third. First off, of course they do, because they only heard your side of the story. And second of all, if they've never been in a dynamic or a connection that was like my clients, because it was a divine connection, like a twin flame, it was a very heavy divine connection. How would they know? How do you, like, look, we don't go to a baseball game and ask for football advice. Why? Because that's not your scope of practice. You can't go to people who have never been in a connection like that and ask their opinion. You also can't go to people, only tell your side of the exaggerated story, and then expect them to be all for it, because that's not the case. And when you have people around that you know don't want you in a situation with someone because they want you, like in this situation that I'm picking up, this person's put spell work on someone to keep them away from someone. But that's another reason why I'm being shown that protection is here, because these two individuals are protected, but this person is actually sleeping with that person. So even though, okay, so we'll just do like a man and a woman, okay? So if like the woman was doing spell work on the divine masculine and the divine feminine to keep them apart and to keep him with her because she knows that she's not a divine feminine and, you know, doesn't want him to go in that direction, even though the divine feminine is not getting any of this spell work because she's protected, it's still splashing over to, come on. It's like they don't want me to, like, don't tell them that they're protected because now the secret's out. Well, my big mouth, I opened it up. So it's like the divine feminine in this example is protected because, you know, she's protected. But the divine masculine's, he's protected, but only so much because you're literally sleeping with that person who's doing the spell work. So it's like, in addition to the spell work, now you have the toxic energy. And then that, the person that the divine masculine is sleeping with is also sleeping with other people. So now the divine masculine is covered in toxic energy that just has, that is just, I see like being in a mental fog, having trouble sleeping, seeing dark shadows. I'm also hearing, okay, I do not do readings normally that have spell work in it because I normally don't deal with people who do all that, but I guess it's because I'm doing a collective. But I literally heard Spirit say, for somebody in this collective, you have heard growling in your ear at night or something along those lines. It's something attached to the person you're sleeping with, and you should probably stop sleeping with that person. But I feel like you know that already because Spirit is showing me like we told this person that already. This could be a man or a woman. Roles could be reversed. Put yourself in, you know, where you fit in because only you know where you are in the situation. This just fell on the floor. Pressed. Yes, this other person is pressed as hell. She, first of all, man or woman, I don't know who it is. We're just gonna call them the third party, okay? So it feels like somebody was going to take a road trip to go see someone else. But somebody has so much going on and they're just very not emotionally present. Somebody is missing their person, their divine masculine, their divine feminine. It feels like there's a blockage there. But it also feels like there's some type of guilt because that person, whichever one, it could be man or woman, they know that there's a blockage there because of them. Like they know this is their fault, so they don't know how to fix this. They've always come in being manipulative and gotten their way. So it's like I don't know how to come in an authentic and honest way because that's not what I do. Like what I do is I come in and manipulate and play games and, you know, play chess and checkers and then get what I want. But this person sees right through my soul. They know when I'm bullshitting. They know when I'm manipulating. They know when I'm playing games and they don't like to play. So I don't know how to get them. I don't know how to be authentic. I don't know how to be honest. I don't know what to do or what to say. I don't know what to do or what to say that's going to make them do what I want them to do. And so it's like, I'd rather just not reach out at all. I'll let them reach out because one thing they can feel is that the other person may still be guarded or other person's still angry. So let me tell you what I just saw. So whoever is in this I don't want to get it confused. So, you know, the third party is the one that we saw is doing the spell work and that you guys need to protect yourself from. So we'll just do divine masculine, divine feminine. Put yourself where it fits in. Don't be in the comments like, oh no, it wasn't me that did that. That was the masculine. I don't know. I'm just reading energy. Put yourself in the story where you fit in, okay? But what I'm picking up is that it's like for the third party who's doing spell work, the divine masculine is sleeping with them and all these things are happening to them. But even though they cannot energetically connect with their divine feminine, they can feel that the divine feminine is done. They can feel like, yo, the divine feminine is in that Empress energy. The divine feminine is all about self-love. The divine feminine does not play those games. And I'm all about playing games. So I know if I ever decide to come back to my divine feminine, I have to be authentic. But I'm in such a wounded place, I can't afford or can't deal with any more rejection. But the other reason why there's such mental fog and anguish is because the third party put that spell work, and then all of the people that they're doing their business with, their energy is being mixed with the divine masculine. So the divine masculine, a lot of his, I'm not gonna say a lot, but he has certain thoughts that are not his own, and they're negative, they're not positive. And he feels like he's not himself in a way that he's never known before. It's literally because you have other people's energy all over you. But I feel like this divine masculine thinks that this third party is being faithful. But I feel like the divine masculine is also entertaining other people. he does not think that this third party is doing other things. He is going to find out. We're gonna, you know, this is looking for a vibe, so we're gonna check in on the vibe throughout the week. But from what I'm seeing, he's gonna find out at some point this week or soon, because of something. I don't know why. Why is the divine? Ooh. Cards are flying everywhere. He's lonely. And then this one fell out too. So, okay, so listen, okay? Because the other energy that I'm picking up is that in addition to being lonely and seeing synchronicity, somebody keeps seeing certain numbers over and over again. So if you and your person had numbers that were exclusive to you, or if there's a certain number that you associate with like divine guidance, whatever, you've been seeing that a lot, especially when you're lonely or when you're at your loneliest. What I actually saw is somebody in an orange jumpsuit, and they like picking up a phone, trying to act like they don't care. And then I see the divine feminine picking up the phone, almost like as a visitor. But it looks like there's guides, like spiritual guides and stuff around. So I'm taking this to mean spiritual jail. Spiritual jail is rough, right? So what I've seen is when it comes to spiritual jail, that's where your person is like mentally, it's in their head. The universe and God won't leave their conscience alone. So whatever they did to you or whatever they said to you, with most people in the past, they were just able to do people grimy and then be like, you know, wine and dine you and then come back in. Not this time. They don't even know how to come back in because they know you see right through their soul. Like you're not doing that. Like you see right through them. You know when they're playing games, and they can see from this separation and how they're not able to plug in and how the universe is kind of keeping you guys apart, that it's like, yo, I'm going through the worst things in my life right now and I can't even get a hold of my person even energetically. And the universe is like, because this is the path you chose. You had two paths that you could choose from. This is the one that you chose. You have to deal with the consequences on this path. So this is the person that you chose, third party, and now you're finding out the third party is not a divine feminine, and she's doing spell work, and she's a fraud, and she's a nightmare, and she's miserable, and she's this. Or, the divine feminine could be finding that their third party male is a whole nightmare and that they weren't even worth it, and that, they're doing this and they're doing that. And then sometime soon, if not today, this week, they're going to find out that the third party has been cheating. And I feel like the third party has been cheating close to home, because there's like this secondhand embarrassment that I feel. Like, I feel like it's like, damn, like it's one thing to be cheated on, and yeah, it's one thing to be cheated on and you deal with it with your partner in your relationship by yourself. But it's a whole nother thing where it's like mutual friends or cousins or family and people are involved. And then before you know it, it's like, you don't know who knows your business and then who don't. And then, yeah. And so we have book a flight here and broke. So somebody may have spent money they really didn't have to try to go see somebody, and it turned out to be a disaster. I really feel like it has to do with the divine feminine. Like, I also see, okay, so this is a description. This could be you, your person, or third party. So it says adventure. This person is adventurous, and it says like zip lining, outdoor activities. We also have gym here. Losing weight, building muscle, gym person, stress reliever. I feel like this is one of the people involved in this dynamic, but I also feel like it's Spirit's way of telling you, because remember we had stress here earlier. It's Spirit's way of telling you that you need to get that energy out some kind of way other than sleeping with multiple people. But the other thing I'm picking up though with this dynamic is somebody's in spiritual jail right now, but it's not just for how they treated their person. It's also because they weren't doing what Spirit asked them to do. They were trying to avoid it at like all costs. Why were they trying to avoid this? Oh, so this is for, So it says car, trading, needing a car, selling a car, buying a car, someone who likes cars, or a car salesman. So if you're dealing with a car salesman, you're a car salesman. But I also saw somebody was going to go see, I want to say this might have been third party. Somebody was getting ready to go see somebody and had a car issue. And for somebody, that's kind of how they got caught, because they got a flat tire or it wouldn't start or something. And they called Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine for help. And they were like, where were you going this late at night? And they're like, nowhere. What do you mean? They're like, no, like seriously, where were you going like this late at night? Somebody is going to get caught. Like, I just feel like this, like you're caught, like, crazy. So inspiring, people look up to you, admire you. You're an influencer. So this could be another trait of the person or people that are involved. So why is this person avoiding their shadow work? Spirit, why is this person? When my cards do this, somebody's higher self doesn't want me telling their business. But we did get the court card and church. This says court. Jury duty, legal matters, jail. Did I not just say that spirit showed me somebody in spiritual jail? So this says church, Bible study, religious event. Again, this could be another trait of your person. I want to know why they will not show me why they're avoiding the spiritual work. Somebody could be taking a road trip or took a road trip to see someone. We also have Halloween here. So somebody's birthday may be near Halloween or in the month of October, or the month of October could be significant. So that is what? Around Halloween, I want to say that is Scorpio energy. So they could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio in their chart. Or if they're in October, they could be a Libra or have Libra in their chart, because October is Libra and Scorpio, right? And that's Halloween. So anymore, why is this person avoiding their spiritual work? They just, okay. They just said put these two. I don't know how these are all going to tie in together. But they just said, put those to the side. Shuffle again. Okay. Why is this person avoiding their shadow work? Get the frick out of here. This is crazy. So this says, okay, so this says rain, storm, flood, climate. Some shit hit the fan. Something big happened. This rainstorm card, you could live in a rainy climate, a climate that rains all the time, or that could be, you could be, because it does say hurricane, rain, storm, flood. You could be in one of those areas, South Carolina or something, that this type of thing is, you know, normal. But I literally pick up that like a tremendous storm. That's why somebody is avoiding their shadow work. They're like literally in the middle of a shitstorm. But part of the shitstorm is what they caused. Like part of the shitstorm that they're dealing with, they caused it. So there's something in this third party, divine masculine, divine feminine, that they caused. And in order to do the shadow work, they'd have to face themselves and actually be honest with themselves and hold themselves accountable for the part that they played for this disconnect. And they're not ready to do that because they're going through so much as it is. So they're avoiding the rest of this tower falling. And we also have heat, hot climate, temperature spiking, heat wave again. So if you are in a climate that is known for like hurricanes or flooding or a lot of rain, a lot of heat index, very hot, humid climates, that may resonate. And then we have Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is going to be Sagittarius energy. So that is still, so we have Libra, Scorpio, because Scorpio is also November, right? So we have Libra, October Libra, or October Scorpio. And then we have a November Scorpio. And then we have a November Sagittarius. Or they could have Libra, Scorpio, or Sagittarius somewhere in their chart. Okay? Or the month of October and November could be significant in the future or in the past. It connects somehow. Or Thanksgiving and Halloween mean something. Take it how it resonates. We have spiritual connection. Again, this just confirms what I just said. It's almost like I can't deal with the rest of this shadow work because I'm in the middle of a complete shitstorm right now, and I just have so much emotionally that I'm dealing with that I can't deal with this. So if you and this person are not talking, that's why they're not talking. I do feel like they're going to end up getting rid of the third party. I feel like the third party. So we have tattooist, piercer, wanting a tattoo, or studying tattoos. This is just for your person, maybe a tattoo person, may be really tatted up. But we also have the prison card. People, when I tell you that this person is in their head, they are in spiritual jail. How do I get the prison card twice? Incarcerated, visiting, getting out, prison, or this person has a prison history. How did I get this card twice? Your person is in spiritual jail, and that is the reason why they cannot energetically connect to you. That is the reason why they can't sleep at night. The universe, their ancestors, the collective's ancestors are like going in. It's literally like they are in spiritual jail. You are literally being guided to just back the fuck up from this person. And that's why, because the universe, it's almost like you remember like growing up, like how your siblings would get in trouble and like your parents would still be fussing at them and like you try to tiptoe around the corner or whatever to see how they're doing. They're like, get out of here before you're next, sort of thing. Like that's kind of how spirit is doing y'all. Like, so it's like your person is in spiritual jail. And anytime that you try to connect to your person or you think, oh, maybe I should reach out, you just get this dreadful feeling like, no, hell no. You sit down somewhere before you're next. And it's like, I don't know why, but I have like all this anxiety and I feel like I just need to go sit down somewhere and go mind my own damn business. You do that. You have so much work that you need to accomplish. You have work stuff you need to accomplish. You have your own shadow work and healing that you need to accomplish. Any other messages for this person, Spirit? Any other messages from me? Well, I can tell you that this third party, didn't I just say that they were going to leave this third party? I really, and it's anger. Your person has a lot of anger. Like I can feel it just sitting here. So we have family gathering here. Okay. And then we have date. And then, I can't hold all these at the same time. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up from this energy. And then we have boss, making boss moves, hustle, being recognized, CEO, entrepreneur. So this could be one or both or all three people involved. They have that energy. And we also have single woman here. Oh, can you see? Come on. There she is, single woman. So I'm literally picking up, because the boss entrepreneur fell out on top of the single woman. Somebody is single here and somebody's counterpart doesn't like that. Somebody is coming into their own with this boss moves, boss energy. I feel like somebody's person can feel that. They can just low-key feel like this person is focused on themselves. They're just focused on, making boss moves, focused on work, whatever, not focused on them. And it's making this person angry because this person's like, can't you feel that I'm going through a shitstorm? Listen, you're in spiritual jail. And so the universe has kind of blocked out a whole lot of stuff. So take that up with spirit. Take that up with the universe if you don't like it. Like the universe literally said, you chose that path, so everything that comes with it, good, bad, like all the karma, good, bad, that goes with this path, that's what you get. If your person would have chosen you, there would have been the karma that comes with that. And remember, karma is good and bad. I feel like somebody is mad because they don't want it. They're mad at you and everyone else why it doesn't feel like everyone else, but it feels like energetically your person's mad at you because they made a bad choice. They picked the wrong person. They're mad that they found out that this person's cheating on them. They're a fake feminine. It's just a whole hot mess. So family gathering. There could be a family gathering happening, or there could be a lot of people around. With date, I literally feel like no matter who your person's around, like they're thinking about you. I legit feel like the divine masculine, divine feminine, or whatever, whoever is with this third party, they're not going to be with the third party for long. They don't do being embarrassed. They totally, okay, so I don't want to say that it's like a dog with their head between their, their tail between their legs, but your person, from what Spirit is showing me, they're going to get to a point where they're just like, okay, truce, like put weapons down. Like, I just want to hear your voice, or I just want to talk to you. We have music here. And it says a musician, a DJ, suppressing, writing, someone who loves music, or someone who is a musician. So your person could do music, or could be dealing with music, or it could be a musician. All right. The next one is psychic, and it says psychic abilities, studying psychic development, feeling spiritually connected to someone. Yeah. So somebody in this dynamic could be a spiritual person, a psychic, a spiritual reader, or an oracle, whatever the case may be. We have female relative, something to do with the female relative. This is Meghan Markle's mother, so it could be someone's mother. Something with someone's mother. Planning, work, school, event. I really feel like this is connected to date. Your person is planning on getting in contact with you or having some type of communication with you, but they're not sure how they're going to do it. But I do feel like they do feel like, not just with you, but I feel like they have talked so much crap about you in this situation. Cause like what Spirit is showing me is literally like a whole shitstorm. And it's like, yo, you kind of created this, so you have to kind of clean up your mess before you come back, because you can't expect to just reach out to somebody like everything is cool when you like literally like talk shit about them and, lied on them, plus how you treated them, cheated on them, embarrassed them, like all this crazy, like Spirit is literally showing me for this collective that I'm talking about. Please comment below in the comments if this resonates with you, if this is your story, if it resonates with you, what sign you are. But literally Spirit shows me that somebody went to sleep and the universe was like, let me tell you what your person's been doing for the past 9 months. Bloop, 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 bloop. And you like woke up and were like, that's weird, right? And then you went onto like social media or something and had like DMs or messages or certain things from your dream, and then you're seeing them and it's like they're adding up and they're clicking, and it's like, yo, this person played me for a fool the whole fucking time. Oh my gosh. She pretended to be my friend. He pretended to be my friend. This person and that person and this event and at that event. Spirit is just showing me that like you had a dream that it was like, for some people, there were like threesomes and crazy stuff and people from the past and future people. And some people were married and didn't say anything. And some people had whole families. Like they had a whole family. Like Spirit literally shows me that there were people that had whole families, and you're like, I didn't even know you were married, let alone that you had kids. You have a kid on the way? The hell? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Not only do you owe me massive apologies, but like you played me the entire time. Like trust is all gone. I feel like your person doesn't know how you know. They just know that you know. It's like Spirit has kind of given them this feeling that like, she knows. How would she know? She's gonna know. How would you know? Like, and you don't even have to be a girl. You could be a dude. Like you see my face is getting red as I channel. That's so funny. Or you could be a guy. This could be a guy who went to sleep, had these dreams, and was like, what in the entire heck? And it's funny too, because I feel like for this example, so it doesn't get confusing, remember how we said the divine masculine would be dealing with the third party? It feels like, this is weird. It feels, all right, they said 2 more. It feels like That's how this divine masculine is gonna, well, one of the reasons why the divine masculine, oh Lord, why the divine masculine, how this feminine gets caught, because he legitimately ends up having a dream that something's not right. He doesn't remember all of the dream, but he remembers enough to where his intuition is like, you need to double check this or double check that. I'm also picking up, this goes for men or women. Somebody was abused as a child sexually, like sexual abuse, and that's the reason why they manipulate through sex. It's like a way for them to feel powerful and in control. Spirit says they're bringing that up because that needs to be healed too. So that's being healed too. Tornado, threat, bad storm. Didn't we just talk? If you live in a place where tornadoes are a thing, this could be for you. We also have siblings. So it says missing a sibling, healing the relationship, spending time, surprise, needing a sibling, desiring a sibling, best friends. I feel like somebody, like, it's weird, but Spirit is like literally showing me that somebody is going to connect the dots on how they see their sibling or issues they have with their sibling. They take out on the people they date. Like, it's weird. That's weird. It's almost like whatever resentment that they have for their sibling, they don't realize that they subconsciously take it out on the people that they date. So it's like, I see conversations and healing with a sibling. That's weird. Okay. So it says family, adding on, desiring a family, spending time. Listen, somebody is going to end up pregnant. For some of you, the baby is yours, but for some of y'all, the baby is not. The person doesn't know who the father is. And then for some, someone's going to decide to get an abortion because they're going to find out that their person was sleeping with a whole bunch of people, and they're just like embarrassed. They're just like, yo, like, I feel like I look stupid walking around with your baby and you've been sleeping with all these people. I'm not doing that. So there's that. Weed, it says suppressing addiction, selling, growing, relaxing. In real life, Spirit just said, like, I literally just heard it's becoming an addiction. So there's nothing wrong with weed, but it just feels like somebody where it used to be recreational, it's almost like it's becoming an addiction. They can't function without it. They actually use it to try to avoid these emotions and things. And something's going to happen, which is going to cause this person to slow down, chill out, or it's going to be like, I really need to get it together. So this says friends, needing a friend, missing a friend, cutting friends out, making new friends. Listen, if you don't listen to nothing else I say, when I say with every fiber of my being, I literally feel like if it wasn't today, throughout the week, somebody is going to realize the people I thought were my friends were not. They were jealous of my connection. They were jealous of my situation. They're jealous of like my money, or they're jealous of, my job. They're jealous of, the respect I have at my job, whatever the case may be, or they're just using me for what I can get. Somebody is going to find out with receipts in hand that the people that they thought were the closest to them were fake and phony, and they should have dropped them a long ass time ago. But it's also a learning lesson for this collective, because I'm feeling like part of the reason why they didn't want to let certain friends go were because they were using that friend for something too. In that collective, they may have had more sincere intentions than this friend that's getting cut off, but still, that's why you guys attracted one another, because you're both users and you guys use people. And as time went on, this person, it went from, oh, I'm just using them for a place to stay, or I'm just using them, because they get into, I don't know, all the best bars or whatever for free because they're a security guard there. It went from that to, I'm jealous of that person I don't have that person's, but I'm giving this person bad advice. I talk about this person like I'm not a good friend. Like, and I also feel like somebody stole money from someone, and it's just a lot of stuff that's gonna come out. You see how my face gets red when I channel? That's so funny. And my ears, but I don't think you can see my ears with these orange. Yo, you see the top of my ears? Happens every time. But yeah, so I feel like this person is going to be really realizing who was in their corner and who wasn't. And this just says dealing with a form of sexual, verbal, emotional, or physical abuse, dealing with a narcissistic person, a relative friend. Somebody is going through it with family. And I'm also feeling like somebody is coming to the realization, family traumas. This is what our family traumas look like. This is what our generational curses look like. And you know what? To be quite honest, I can honestly say I do that, I do that, I do that, I do that. And if that's what I look like when I do that to other people, I'm going to work on that shit like today. Like that's the energy that I'm picking up. And I feel like it's a group of family members. So this could be a group of cousins. This could be maybe even a group of siblings. Like I see 5 people and they're just like, did you see Aunt Jill? Did you see Uncle Joe? Did you see, yo, they do that, yo, you do that when you mad, yo, we argue like that, yo, we got to work on that shit. Like I don't want to be as old as them in this energy. Somebody is really like looking hard at like themselves, but not really dealing with it yet. But they're going through the process of going through that Rolodex of like, yo, this shit is toxic. And if that's what I look like when I do that to other people, shit. Like, I don't want people to see me that way. So we have saving. They told me to take the last 2. So we have savings. I do feel like somebody is saving, but I do feel like someone is saving to move. So take that how it resonates. And I also crazy. I just heard move in silence. So somebody is planning on moving and not telling anybody. Somebody is planning on moving and just like out of there. And they told me this is the last one. So we have gossiping, secrets coming out, confession. What did I just say? I'm fin to go. What did I just say? Secrets are coming out. And what's really sad is that the secrets are coming out because people are going to try to rat out other people out of jealousy and envy and wanting what other people have and just being nasty and toxic. And then somebody else is going to come along and be like, oh, well, while you're telling so-and-so's business, you need to tell how you was so-and-so and how, well, you slept with that person too. Why you talking about that person like that person ain't shit? You slept with that person when that person was with that person, or, you got pregnant, in this situation, before you got married, like I feel like it's going to be a shitload of bullshit that comes out. And I feel like the biggest thing that comes out is somebody who really feels or really felt like they were the puppet master in a dynamic, with their toxic person or whatever. Them finding out that toxic person, really, they were the puppet master and that person was the puppet, because this third party has been playing you the entire time. Yes, listen. Spirit just said the entire time. Yes. And the worst part is some of your friends knew about that, but they was just like, yo, but I knew you was cheating on third party, so I thought it didn't matter. What? That's how karma works. So this is crazy. All right. I'm hoping tomorrow to get more messages about finance and whatever. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if that resonated with you, if that was your story. That was a lot. Okay. Let me know in the comments if that resonated with your story. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the Looking for a Vibe a little bit different. I'm actually going to go through each actual zodiac sign and kind of pick up maybe, like 5 to 6 minutes of whatever I pick up for each zodiac sign. And I'm going to kind of let you see which one you like better. Of course, my Patreons that I have in my Patreon group already. And for those of you guys the past few days who have subscribed to my Patreon, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. You're amazing. You're absolutely everything. But the patrons get the final say. Okay, so if you want to be able to have that say or have a voice in that say, you can click on my Patreon account and become a patron, okay? For the Looking for a Vibe. This is going to be daily check-ins, daily energy check-ins. So this is Monday through Friday, okay? Monday through Friday, just for Patreons. It's only going to be on YouTube this week to kind of give you guys a taste. It's kind of like the trailer to the movie, you know, sort of thing, all right? All right, so there's that. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.